guys, welcome back to Living Gratefully. I wanted to share a little bit about our sweet dog Willow. He's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and he's almost 14 years old. Next month he'll be 14 and he has been the best dog. He is so sweet and gentle and loves kids, and if you're thinking about getting a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, I really just can't say enough good things about. But Willow has had some intestinal issues over his lifetime, and I just wanted to share a little bit about that in case it helps someone out there out, or if even if it's not a Cavalier King Charles, because they do have like a history of having some intestinal issues. Maybe your dog is having some kind of issues, and maybe this would help him or her as well. When Willow was very young, we would leave food out all day. That's how, when I grew up, our dogs, we would just put the food down and just leave it out all day, and they would just eat it when they were hungry. So that's how I started out with Willow. I didn't really know any different, and so I would leave the food out, and I just started out with some kind of puppy chow or something like that he was eating at the time, and he kept throwing up, and he was staying sick. Not like, you know, throwing up every single day for 2 weeks, but it just didn't seem right. So we took him to the vet, and the vet said, look, this breed loves to eat, and if you leave it down, it doesn't matter if he's hungry or not, he is going to just keep on eating, and that's not good for him. He doesn't really need all that food, and so that's why he's throwing it up. So we switched to just putting food down in the morning and in the evening, and we were using, at the time, for many years, we used Purina 1 chicken and rice, because the vet also said that this breed is, you know, they just have like a little bit of a sensitive tummy. You can't really do the rawhide chews and all that fun stuff that you want to give your dog. He really just needs his food and a limited amount, and of course water, and that's it. So we did that for so many years, and I'm so grateful that the vet told us that. Basically solved all of his problems. He really didn't have any more issues after that, and he loved his Purina 1 chicken and rice. And we never gave him table food either, because that the vet said that would just mess him up. So we just didn't do anything fun like that. I grew up giving dogs, you know, leftovers and stuff, but we couldn't do that with Willow. He had a sensitive tummy. So all was good until a couple of years ago. He was 12 years old, and he just started losing weight, and he was having diarrhea all the time, like consistently for weeks, days upon days and weeks at a time. And he was losing weight, and he was getting very bony, and he just looked so pitiful. And so we took him to the vet, and they said, you know, we don't really know what's going on, but we can run a bunch of tests, and then if he needs surgery, we can do surgery. Well, ever since the beginning of Willow's life, we've known from research that a Cavalier King Charles lifespan is between 12 and 14 years average. So when he's 12 years old and he's starting to, you know, be really sick, we weren't sure if this was like a sign of his end of life, if he was, you know, getting cancer. We were like, well, it's really expensive, and he is towards the end of his life, and it's not that we wouldn't normally, like if he was only 5 years old, we would be like, okay, let's run the test, let's figure out what's going on. But we were just wondering, is this, you know, the end of his life? And we just wanted possibly for him to go naturally, if that's, you know, what was meant to be. So we didn't run the test, and we said, okay, well, we're just gonna try to give him a bunch of stuff to fatten him up. And I was researching on the internet anything to fatten up a dog. So plain people food rice and plain chicken, and then but also I was researching, and it said to include like the chicken fat, like the skin and stuff like that, and then that would like help him gain weight. So I tried that, and of course he had diarrhea and he was throwing up. And then I was trying everything that the internet said about a dog gaining weight, like raw ground beef. I mean, I was trying it all. Now, keep in mind, I should have remembered that this breed has a very sensitive tummy, but he was already, you know, losing weight and not keeping anything down. I was just trying anything that I could to beef him up. It didn't work. at all. So we went back to the vet, and of course we're saying prayers the whole time, wanting him to get better, but also not sure if we were, you know, willing a surgery or anything like that, thinking that he could, you know, pass away anyway, and not wanting to put him through that. Poor thing, he's our sweet baby. So took him back to the vet, and they said, you know, of course we can, you know, run tests. We can't see anything right now without running tests. And I said, well, okay, but I have been feeding him like all of this extra stuff, trying to beef him up, trying anything that he could hold on to and try to, you know, gain a little bit of weight because he looked so pitiful. And they said, oh yeah, you can't do that. That is any kind of fat and stuff will just go right through him. That just causes diarrhea. Don't give him that. Try in the meantime, while you're trying to think about whether you're going to do the testing and surgery, let's put him on a probiotic, and I'll insert like a clip of the kind that we use, and also a special kind of food, like a prescription type food. He's always been on dry food, so they gave us dry food again, and then they also said, he doesn't need a high fat diet. That's just like really bad for him. He needs high calorie but low fat. I would have never figured that out on my own. Nothing that I researched said to do that. So I was so thankful that the vet said to try that. And in the meantime, while he was on the probiotic and the dog food, he got better. He started gaining weight. He was happier. We were happy, and we didn't have to go through the testing or a surgery. So I am incredibly grateful for that piece of information that the vet gave us to help us get through that time. And now he's almost 14 years old. He's on the same medicine, and we still give him the probiotic, just like, you know, humans need our probiotics too. So I don't know if it's one or the other or both, but it solved his problems, and I just wanted to share that information in case that helps you guys out. Okay, so I'm going to insert a clip of the special dog food that the vet recommended and he's still taking. And again, it's a prescription, but I get all of our dog food, Frontline, and probiotic from Chewy.com. They are great. This video is not sponsored, but they are amazing. And if you're a dog owner, you probably already know about Chewy.com because they are so reasonably priced. They get your stuff to you right away, and the customer service is amazing. So you probably already know, but if you didn't, check out Chewy.com for your dog needs. And we're so grateful for this solution that was given to us to help Willow have a grateful, happy life. And we're happy that he's happy, and I know that God answered our prayers by giving us that solution. Okay guys, that's all I wanted to share, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up for supporting our channel. And if you're new here and just found us by accident, we'd love to have you join the Living Gratefully family by clicking that subscribe button down below. And if you know anyone that this video might help, please hit that share button down below, and you can message it to them, email it to them. Thanks for watching. Bye. So when it was just me, before I met Scott and the kids, I wanted a dog, and I was researching all the different kinds of dogs. I even looked at like the golden doodles, and I, you know, went and met puppies, but I never just fell in love to bring them home until I met Willow. So I went out to the farm where they had some Cavalier King Charles puppies, and I thought for sure I wanted a girl, and I also wanted her to be a puppy. I didn't want, you know, an older dog. It's just what I wanted. I wanted to start from scratch and raise them from a baby, and I just thought that's exactly what I wanted. And I knew I had already picked out her name. Her name was gonna be Willow, and I just knew that's what I wanted. But when I got there, all the little baby puppies didn't really gravitate towards me. But one of them was 5.5 months old. He had been left behind from the other litter, and I guess no one wanted him, and he came by and gave me a big lick on the cheek, and I just knew I had to take him home. And I still wanted to name him Willow, even though it was a girl name, and I just did it anyway. So his name is Willow, and I brought him home, and pretty soon after that I met Scott, and we started dating. And so Scott's known him and been his dad for almost all his whole life. And at the time he was about 12 years old, and we had, oh my God. You scared me.